What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? And welcome to the Survivor Now podcast.
Should be like, hey, for the bushes.
And if Abraham can't make it anytime, you got my number. Just call me. I'll come.
See, you're...
First of all, I don't know why Randy tried to set me up like this.
But what Sam did? Holy crap, guys.
And I reckon one day we'll have like a World Australia where they bring like the stars of each kind of thing into a game. Yeah, I know, that'd be epic.
Also, like, I have a smidgen of dignity and integrity, and I'm actually like a really loyal friend.
You're bringing a human element into it rather than just all, you should have done this. At this point, you should have cut that off. But yeah, man, you got no clue. You weren't even there.
I will not be silenced. I will not be silenced.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Survivor Now podcast. As always, my name is Randy Bruce, and we are right here with new background and everything. I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, right now, you have like a whole new background. We're trying to do something where every season we change it up, we do something fresh. But I am joined by my always amazing co-anchor, Abraham. Abraham, how are you doing? How have you enjoyed the break? It's been a few weeks since we last covered Survivor.
You know what? It's been a couple of weeks before we covered Survivor on the podcast, but I'm always about Survivor. Looking at the new cast for season 41, Lauren Ashley Beck says the UK is going to come out with their recreation of Survivor in UK. That would make 4 total. We got the UK, we got South Africa, we got Australia, and we have the US. Now,
don't remind me. I mean, we're just going to get even more busy, Abraham, even more busy.
It's a lot of Survivor.
We've got some stuff to cover. First off, happy Labor Day to you guys. We're doing this on a holiday. It is our 3rd season covering Survivor Abraham together. We started with Survivor Australia Blood versus Water. We did a few exit interviews for them towards the end of the season. And then we did Survivor South Africa, Return of the Outcasts. No, we did season 42 as well. So this is our 4th season covering Survivor together, isn't it?
I feel like season 42 was our stepping stone. That's where we started at. So I came off of season 41. We were just kind of getting into let's see what Randy and Abraham can do together. Then we got into the Australia season. Now we did South Africa. I think South Africa was definitely our best season of Survivor. Now we're back in the US.
Back in the US for season 43. First off, congrats to Dino, Mark, and Marianne. So far, the winners of Survivor this year. And I think every season's been really good. Personally, I still loved Survivor Australia Blood versus Water. That was just the storytelling was great. I don't know if you have a favorite so far, Abraham, out of all 3 of them.
You know, first of all, I gotta say I always enjoy Survivor US until my return back for redemption. But I really enjoyed South Africa, Return of the Castaways. You know what? Because you always have castaways that get voted off that really would have been great players, but timing, voting, you never know what gets you kicked off of Survivor sometimes. Got a chance to come back, compete again, play again. And if you haven't seen Survivor South Africa, you were missing out because it shows you what returning castaways really can do for the game.
And go check out all of our exit interviews. First off, I want to put this out there as well. Make sure to go check us out on our Instagram page. Yeah, our Instagram page got deleted. We were being accused of copying someone else's identity. I don't know, but I appealed it twice and they shut me down twice. So we created a new one. It is now at the Survivor Now podcast. So I had to add the because we couldn't use the other one. So it's now at the Survivor Now podcast. I don't know, Abraham. They kicked us off of Instagram for whatever reason.
I think they realized that this was the only link to the other survivors around the globe, not just in US, but in South Africa and Australia, that was keeping up on all Survivor related information. And nobody can duplicate this podcast because you don't have the connections.
The connections. I'm telling you, and we're trying to get to do exit interviews for the US version as well. But Abraham, I'm going to let you take over here. We also have some exciting news. I want you to share this. Coming up in 2 weeks' time. Take it away, man.
Coming up in 2 weeks' time, me and Randy will be taking the podcast on the road. We will be at the season 43 premiere of Survivor. Coming back, New York City, on the island of Manhattan, with other survivors, other reality stars, bringing in a new season. That'll be September 21st with Wendell and Bryce.
Yeah, get your tickets now if you want to meet us. Abraham is very photogenic. He's told me this before. Yeah, very photogenic, right, man?
I take a photo every now and then.
This will be, I'm very excited. First off, it'll be my first event with Bryce and Wendell, and this will be my first time meeting Abraham in person. So yeah, we'll kind of go past the computers, and we plan on doing a live podcast from New York. It would probably be, so in season 43, we're going to be doing the episodes much like we did with season 42 and season 41, where we do the episodes right after Survivor goes off the air. But this one's going to be a little bit different. This one, the podcast will probably be early Thursday morning. We will have the information for you guys once Abraham and I set up what time we're going to do it and where we're going to do it at. It'd probably be in the hotel room, but we're going to have that all that information for you guys. But I think we're going to go live on Instagram as well the night of the party.
We're going to go live the night of the party just to say, hey, come join us, see who you see, meet who you meet. Hey, it's nothing like a Survivor premiere. So you definitely want to be a part of it. Come on out, join us, ask your questions. Feel free to jump in there as we kick off the new season.
Definitely going to be a fun time. So today we are doing the cast assessment for season 43. If you guys have not done a cast assessment with us, Abraham and I have kind of evolved how we do these things now. So now we have a full sheet thanks to Abraham. He's put this together. And basically we are going to go through and talk about all 18 castaways for this upcoming season and say where we think they're going to place between pre-merge, merge. We can say we think they're going to be like final 7 or 8, final 3. We're going to pick our winner picks as well. And just a few things to get out of the way for this upcoming season of Survivor. So they are still only doing 26 days. Sad face. They're not going to give us everything that we want as fans, but they did listen to us. They have gotten rid of the not the shot in the dark die. Sorry, that might still be there. They got rid of the, oh my gosh. I told myself to write it down so I don't forget, but the choice, the do or die. They got rid of the do or die, and they got rid of the hourglass as well, which Abraham, I think us along with all the fans are happy that both these things are gone.
They're not doing the sayings either.
Oh, yep. The sayings to get the idols. So, I mean, how do you feel about Jeff and the gang kind of listening to the fans and getting rid of some of these advantages that just they were just not popular?
Well, you got to think about it. 41 and 42 were pretty much together. So 41, I like to call it the test tube Survivor baby. So they kind of tested out stuff to see if it worked on us, and they kind of tweaked it in 42. So giving the fans an opportunity to look at both seasons, now you have 43 where they should have ironed out a lot of things. And we should have a very interesting season coming in 43. Not that 41 and 42 wasn't interesting. They were trying out some new things because, Survivor has to evolve like everything else. I'm looking forward to see what replaced those. I kind of did like the hourglass because it kind of changed the whole dynamics of the game. And we saw similar stuff like that in Australia, where you had an opportunity to change the whole game and turn it on its head. So let's see what they come out with, what they bring back to change and fit in there to make, it's always, Survivor itself is always a challenge. So these is only going to enhance it. So now the do or die, hey, look, burn that in the fire.
It should have been with the shot in the dark die too. We both hate the shot in the dark die. But
just kind of punt it out there, bam.
But I do want to ask as well before we finally get into the castaways here. What do you think about their sticking with 26 days as well? This was something, they first blamed it on COVID. I feel like I don't know the rules out in Fiji now, but I feel like you can't blame it on COVID anymore.
I would have liked to gone back to the 30 plus days, just because that's what we grew up on. We all grew up on knowing we're going to be out there 30 days. Looking at Australia, looking at Australia, looking at
South Africa. Yep.
they're 30 days and above, 39 days. So 26 days is a high pace. You look at it, it seems like it's a long time, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of time. So we'll see how 43 kind of turns out at 26 days. And maybe some things behind the scenes that we don't know about that's causing it to be 26 days. But hopefully the 26 days is satisfying enough to say, okay, we can keep it. If not, I really hope they go back to 30 plus days and we really get the chance to see that number go back up. But let's give them the third time's a charm or a strike. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that terminology there. And the 3 tribes are back. We've all heard Jeff Probst say he loves the 3 tribes. We've given our opinions. Most fans prefer 2 tribes where, you can kind of hide a little bit. You can sit back. 3 tribes, it just doesn't feel like there's enough people on each tribe.
Well, for me, you don't really have time to build a story.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Let's get some time to build some story, get to know the cast a little bit. You're basically saying, hey, look, we're going to eliminate half the cast in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 episodes to eliminate half the cast.
Well, and spoiler alert, before we get into where we put people, I have 2 people that I've marked down for first out because this is what Survivor's been doing. Okay, we're going to vote off 2 people. 2 tribes are going to go to tribal council tonight. They've been doing that the first episode, and I think with the 26 days, that's something they're going to keep. Is they're always going to do 3 tribes. 2 of you are going to tribal council. We're going to vote 2 people off tonight.
Yeah, and again, like I said, you don't get a chance to fall in love with the cast yet. You don't get a chance to see the real personality because when you're doing a game of Survivor, those first couple of episodes, we're really trying to figure each other out. Mm-hmm. I wish they would give a little more time for us to just build that relationship, and then we could get into truly dive into the game of Survivor. We're going to start once you get there, and you are starting that very first introduction. The game mentally for Survivor starts. I'm just saying, give it a couple more days to kind of marinate.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Or at least say, okay, we're only going to vote out 1 person.
Yeah, no.
I don't see the rationale behind voting out 2 immediately. But I would like to see them just kind of let's see a little more relationship building, and then let's go really dive into the game.
Well, with that being said, I agree with all that, by the way. Let's get into the cast. So if you guys want to follow along, we're going to be going ABC order this time. We're going to tell you their name, obviously where they're from, their age, their tribe affiliation, and then kind of what they do outside of Survivor, and then give our thoughts as well. So 18 castaways, 26 days, Survivor season 43 from Fiji. Let's get this thing going. So we're going to start off. We're going to start off with Cassidy Clark. She's 25 years old from San Marcos, Texas. She's on the Coco tribe, which is the blue tribe. Yeah, like Coco, like the Disney movie we all know and love.
Coco Puffs.
Or Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, you could say that as well. And then she is a fashion merchandising major. So, Abraham, go ahead and start us off here on how you feel about Cassidy Clark.
So, first of all, I'd like to say Cassidy Clark is only like 30, 45 minutes away from me.
Oh, wow.
When I go to Austin, between San Antonio, Austin, and San Marcos. So, we're right in the backyard together, Cassidy. I like Cassidy. First of all, here's the thing. You want somebody that has some type of dealing with people. And her background is in fashion. So she's dealing with people, merchandising, she's selling stuff. So she's going to have a little gift for gab. So I said, okay, where can I put her at? I know she's going to make the merge. So I'm already said she's making the merge.
Oh, so you're already certain about someone.
She's from San Marcos, Texas. She's making the merge. Everything in Texas.
He's just gonna put everyone from Texas in the merge.
Go ahead.
Put
it down on your paper. She's making the merge. So I got it down for the merge.
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have you send me your paper. That's the one thing I forgot. I should have put a place where I can put what you said.
Look, no, I'm a car. What you saying, Randy? I got you right here.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna keep track of both of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep track of both of them.
Okay, so this is how I feel about Cassidy Clark. She says in her video she wants to play a strategic game. She's very confident. Like she kind of gives me the vibe of, I know who I am. Stay out of my way. I'm going to win this game. She's very into signs and the universe and, star signs and stuff like that. So I'm getting a good vibe from her. And with all that being said, I have her going out in the pre-merge. She is giving me like Sarah Wilson vibes from season 41. Someone who is bubbly. Yeah, bubbly. Yeah, you can tell I did not have that word planned out in my mind. Someone who is high energy and stuff. And I just think, I don't know, when I was watching her video, I just got this vibe of she's going to be a pre-merger. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Cassidy. I would love to meet, though, at one of these events and stuff.
San Marcos, San Antonio, Austin, we all in the same family. I got you making the pre-merge. And
no, you have her making the merge. I have her. Yeah, I have her pre-merge.
And I think she's going to do pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and jump out there and put her in the top 6.
Oh, wow. Already. Okay. Top 6. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cassie. I can't get behind that. I got you pre-merged, but I wish you the best of luck, as I do with all these castaways. So next up, we have Cody. I'm going to mispronounce your last name, Asanmacher, I think. He is 35 years old from Honolulu, Hawaii. He is an account manager. He kind of gives me hipster surfer type vibes. He's like very chill, man, if you get what I'm saying. He's got the word living tattooed on his butt cheek.
Let me tell you something. he comes from the beautiful island of Hawaii. Every time I've ever visited Hawaii, you know what I was always thinking? I'm always relaxed. I'm always having a good time.
Abraham, I love this guy. I absolutely love this guy. I have him. Oh, by the way, he's on the Bessie Tribe, which is the Orange Tribe. I have him making merge. And not only merge, I have him making top 7. This is a guy that I think can go far into the game. And when I was watching everybody's videos, he's one of the people that I'm like the biggest fan of. I literally love this guy and his energy. And I think everyone will be jumping to get into an alliance with him. I'm very excited to see him play.
I'm looking at his accountant background, analytical background. He's a thinker. I think you combine that with his laid back personality. I think he's going to sit back and watch.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So what do you have him at? You have him at top 5?
Top 7. Yeah.
Top 7.
Yeah.
I like him. So I got him down for the merge, but I think they're going to get him early.
I mean, Abraham, he has the word living tattooed on his butt cheek. Come on.
And again, that's how you get knocked out of the game. I'm going to put him down. I'm going to put him down as top 8.
Okay. So we're similar.
Yeah, I think we're close. I think that if he gets, he's probably going to hit a couple landmines. If he gets by the landmines, I think he's going to do pretty good.
He's kind of giving me, I don't know why, Chris from oh my gosh, what season was he on?
Ooh.
He won the fire making and got back in the game. I think it was Island of the Idols.
Yeah, he went wait a minute, was he the guy that took the immunity off and said I'll earn my way back in?
Yeah. He beat Devins.
Yeah, he beat Devin. Devin is still my most outstanding hard-working survivor. As far as how hard he had to play, how many idols he had to find, and just to get there, they got beaten by somebody making fire. Devin, I'll see you in December. I'm looking forward to seeing Cody play. I think we're going to get a good season out of Cody. I like the fact that he has that balance, so we're gonna see. I was gonna say winner pick, but I don't know.
No. You got to say that. Wait till you hear my winner pick. We know. By the way, you want to stay tuned and see who my winner pick is, because my winner pick is always cursed and always goes out early. So let's see who I'm going to curse this season.
I wasn't going to say that, but I would suggest that anybody in shot of what we're doing, do not follow Randy on picks.
Oh my gosh! All right. Well, let's talk about Cody's tribe member here. Dwight Moore. He's 22 years old from Memphis, Tennessee. He's on the Bessie Tribe, as I stated, with Cody. He's a computer game owner / student. I'll let you take the lead here on Dwight. What can we expect from him?
Anybody from the computer science world is gonna always be on my number 1. Cybersecurity, IT. Dwight, I like Dwight.
He's my number 1 in a way. He's my number 1 out.
Oh man! Oh, this dude Randy is just no.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he says he's mature for his age. he's giving me very nice guy vibes, like very
Look.
nice guy, like too nice. I'm thinking he's looked at as a weak player right off the bat, someone who doesn't really connect with the fellow members of the tribe. I think the Orange Tribe is going to be one of the first 2 tribes to go to tribal council, and I think he's going out first.
First of all, I totally disagree with Randy on that assessment. You know, you're going to need strength in the tribe. I always say you got to win in order to be able to not vote. So I like Dwight for that. Even though I look at Dwight, hey, you can pull the load, get with the right alliance. I'm gonna put Dwight. You going to merge?
No.
Going to merge. And just because I see what computers can do, I got him down as top 6.
If he makes it to merge, I will do an entire podcast with buck teeth, like with the fake buck teeth.
Hey, look, hold on. let me write it in my notes.
That's my betting thing this season.
There's a bet. Okay, man. Look. He can think on his feet. He's gonna be a solid player. You know, I always say Survivor is always determined by the castaways. What you think might happen does not happen at all. Jonathan in my season would have been voted out immediately.
You think?
He made it to the top 3. So yeah, they voted out everybody. The only reason Danny didn't get voted out because his tribe was a juggernaut tribe. If they wasn't a juggernaut, he would have been voted out. Danny would have been voted out too. We'd have seen Danny gone. We'd have saw we saw Brad gone. Brad was gone. I was gone. Boach was gone. I mean, it was coming. Everybody was getting chopped off. So it all depends on how the castaway go. I still say he's gonna make it to merge. I think him and Cody would have the best alliance. Now, I'm also adding number 3 to that one as soon as we get down to it, but I know he's gonna make it to merge.
All right.
I expect to see them buck teeth.
All right. It would be funny if it happens. I don't think he's getting anywhere close to merge. I might be wrong about first out, but I'm fairly confident he'll be a pre-merger. Next up,
first out and pre-merger.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he's first out, he's a pre-merger.
I'm gonna mark pre-merge because just in case he makes it not to be the first out, I want to know that Randy said it. Got you marked down.
So next up, by the way, I love the women this season. I think there are so many women competing this season that I think have like powerful woman vibes. Starting off with this lady right here, Ellie Scott, 31 years old, from Salt Lake City, Utah. She's on the 3rd tribe we haven't spoke about yet, the Baka tribe, which is the yellow tribe. She's a psychologist. And I put in my notes, Ellie is going to do well. She compares herself in her video to Siri. That's who she wants to be like. Or Siri. Did I say Siri? I cannot talk today. Yeah. I noticed that like last minute. I cannot speak today. I said Siri. No, it's Siri. She compares herself to Siri, and I love Ellie. I think she's going to do really well, and I have her marked down for top 3. Abraham.
So I was
top
looking
3.
at Cherie has a she has a show on YouTube. Cherie's something, I forgot, but I just looked at some of it today, but I didn't know she had like a guest spot on Guiding Light.
Oh,
yeah. You had a top 3?
Top 3, yes. Abraham, what?
I'm gonna put her down as I'm gonna give her the merge.
Okay.
And she's gonna make the merge. I'm gonna have to say top. I'm gonna give it top 6.
Okay. I think she's going to be a strong player, Abraham. I really do.
I think the only thing to get her if she overthinks.
Okay.
If she thinks that here's okay. In a normal environment, her background would be outstanding and able to read people. But unlike in a normal background where you have a therapist sitting on one side of the chair listening to what you have to talk to about and giving input, she's on the same chair. She's out there, she's gonna be hungry, she's gonna be starving at times, she's gonna be exhausted at times. That's gonna be a lot to try to, balance out and still use your background to assist you. And that's the thing about Survivor is everybody's on an even playing field. So it's gonna be interesting to get out there and see how she copes with her own self. not dealing with any other tribe mates. How does she deal with her own self? You know what? You know, you might be the best person, but take food from them. They're a whole different person. So,
not wrong.
So I'm gonna say she's gonna make the merge, but I'm gonna keep her in top 6. I think after that they're gonna vote her out.
Okay. Next up, we have from the Coco tribe, which just reminding you once more is the Blue tribe. We have Gio Bustamante, 35 years old from Honolulu, Hawaii. He's a project manager. I'll let you take the lead on this one. What do you think about Gio? Born in Peru, Abraham.
So one thing on my piece of paper, I got the wrong name. Gio, I got to write the right name down. I got everything right.
I noticed that. I was like, this is not Killarney.
Oh, man, I got it. So Gio, for that. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to Hawaii for having 2 contestants on this season of Survivor. Definitely from a great background of dealing with the ocean, dealing with the elements. Like I said, I've always loved going to Hawaii, had a great time. I think it's going to come down to his social game. If his social game is there, I think that he's going to be one of these players that's going to be, I would say, one unexpected player. Unexpected player. He's a web designer, so he's an inside type of guy. So I don't know. I'm hoping that him being from Hawaii, a lot of outside activities puts him in a place where he can be outside versus being inside in a computer, because you're dealing with stuff that doesn't talk back in the web design. You're designing stuff, but people are a whole different ball game. So yeah. I'm putting them down for pre-merge.
I was about to say, I don't want to keep being Mr. Negative here between Abraham and myself, but I have him down as a pre-merger. I think he's going to have a bit of a kind of snappy attitude, which isn't bad. It's just, I think the hunger, I could see the hunger and the lack of sleep getting to him. And I think this is going to be someone who maybe gets into an argument with somebody. So I have Gio going down in the pre-merge.
You know what? I'm hoping that he doesn't. If he can get past those first, let me tell you something, man. The hardest is the first couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. No, I believe that. Yeah.
What people don't see is you only see 45 minutes on one day a week for the show. We're there a lot longer than one day. So by the time we get to that actual episode, you don't know what's transpired in there. Like Marianne, I know we had a discussion. Marianne probably would have gotten on people's nerve because she was so positive during her season. At some point, you're like, okay, that's enough positivity. We know it's raining outside. We don't need all that. So it's going to be how he reacts. I'm going to put him at pre-merge with an asterisk, put a little asterisk next to it, that he might make it out of pre-merge.
Okay, sure. So you're covering your bases here is what you're doing.
No. I got him in pre-merge. I just put an asterisk next to it to remind myself.
he's gonna go out in pre-merge, but if he makes the merge, Randy can't get on to me about it.
No, I just want to get. Basically, I want to say I said so. So I said so. No, and matter of fact, I'm gonna throw me a bet out there. We got to get to it. We haven't got to a bet. We haven't got to where I'm gonna do a bet yet. So we come.
Okay, yeah. Throw out a bet. So next up, his fellow tribe member on the tribe Coco is James Jones, 37 years old from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's an event planner. We've seen event coordinators kind of do well on Survivor a few times. He also played competitive chess, which I'm very impressed with. But oh my gosh, this guy. He's kind of giving me Rox Roy kind of. I'm trying to think who else. He's nothing. Quite. I'm trying to think of. He's giving me what I'm getting at is kind of the leader. Like he's going to be someone who takes hold of the tribe and says, "Okay, this is what we need to do. We need to get a shelter down immediately." Someone like I'm trying to think.
It's a slew of people that was on that list.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Roxroy is just the latest one from the U.S. seasons. I'm trying to think of anybody else.
In the 3 tribes we had, they all balanced out. But I would have to say Brad from his tribe.
I was thinking Brad, yeah.
And maybe Heather from the other tribe. But here's the thing about it is.
Someone like a Tanya, even. Someone is like, takes the lead.
So he's an event planner, so he's dealt with a lot of different kind of people, and I disagree. He's gonna make the merge, because I think what's gonna happen is he's gonna get with a good alliance, and And the thing about it is, he only needs one or two good alliances. You don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's a small tribes, so you just need a little pathway to the merge.
I think his gift for Gab is definitely gonna help him out. So I'm gonna put him down for merge, and I'm gonna give him top 7.
Huh. Okay. First out.
This dude here's a killer.
First out. I don't think he's going to connect with really any, maybe Gio, but you look at the other people on his tribe, Lindsey, Carla, and Cassidy. It's just no. James is. I think if the blue tribe goes to tribal council, like I said, I have 2 firsts out because I think Jeff is going to do this thing where the first 2 tribes are going to go to tribal council tonight. And that's why I think it's going to be the orange tribe, Bessie, and I think it's going to be the blue tribe, Coco. And I think Bessie's going to vote out Dwight, and I think Coco's going to vote out James. So I think 2 guys right off. I wasn't very impressed with the guys on this season, to be honest. But yeah, I think James is going to be one of the first 2 out.
Listeners and viewers, let's keep in mind Randy's track record.
Go ahead and tell them about my track record.
I just want you to go ahead. We got some historical footage out there to look at Randy's track record. I'm gonna give him merge. I'm gonna give him top 7. I think he's gonna do well.
I thought I did fine for Return of the Outcasts. I had Meryl as my winner pick, and she made final 7, and then I picked as my second winner pick Felix, and he went out immediately once I picked him.
Yeah, I picked Phil, and Phil tried, but he would have won, but they said not today, not in Survivor. Yeah. Survivor don't play. They get you.
No, so see, this is why one of us is going to be way wrong because I said first out and he said top 7, right? Is that what you said?
Look, top 7. Look, people that communicate tend to do pretty well on Survivor. It's just that either over communication, which we saw in Return of the Outcasts with Tajan, oversharing. Don't do that part. If you haven't seen South Africa Return of the Outcasts, Tajan was a great contestant on there. I mean, a couple of wins and he could have turned the whole game on his head, but he did a lot of oversharing sometimes. It's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to episode 1. Is gonna be really hype. Because 1, we're gonna be in Manhattan. We're gonna be in the venue. We're gonna be around other Survivor fans. We're gonna be around Survivor alums.
We're gonna be drinking, and as soon as I'm right, I'm gonna look at Abraham and just scream it at him.
Like, Randy wasn't right. Who said that? We're gonna see.
Next up, we have from the Baka tribe. Is it Janine? I think it's Janine. Or Jeannie Zhang, 24 years old from Hamilton, Massachusetts. She's a UX designer. And the only thing I wrote down, Abraham, she's giving me really positive vibes. I'm getting a very good positive vibe from her. She seems really sweet. I have her going to the merge here. I think she's going to make merge. I didn't write down anything other than that, but I think she's going to make merge.
I'm going to go with pre-merge.
Oh, I mean, we are just disagreeing today.
I'm like, look, man, it's like this. When you get out there and get in the elements, and the environment and the people, she's going to have to perform, man.
You don't think she can?
I think she may become an easy target. I think she's going to be a scapegoat target for somebody.
Okay.
I think she probably do well in the game of Survivor, but I think somebody's going to make her out to be a scapegoat. So I'm going to say pre-merge.
I don't know why. I was kind of getting like Parvati vibes from her. I just think she's just a super positive person. Are you giving me a weird look right now? No. Okay. I'm like, is Abraham? I couldn't see because I'm looking at my sheet on my computer. So it just went silent and I was picturing Abraham giving me like this, dude, come on.
I'm going to say it like this, right? I think that she's going to become the scapegoat of somebody else.
Okay.
I don't think she's going to get voted out for her own self, but I do believe she's going to be a scapegoat for somebody.
Next up, we have from the Bessie Tribe, we have a redemption story here. So Jesse Lopez, 30 years old from Durham, North Carolina. He's a PhD student who went to Duke to get his degree, but he's a former gang member. So this is like a full story arc redemption story. What do you think about Jesse, Abraham?
He has a great story, man. To go from that environment of being in gangs and what gangs stand for, not the violence of gangs, but what gangs stand for some people, is a whole story in itself. Be able to come from that and to put himself in a position where he's working on his PhD, I think it's a great story.
I do too. I think it's a wonderful story.
I'm looking forward to seeing him play. So I got him down as he's going to make the merge.
Okay.
And I've got him down for top 5.
We did not plan any of this. We sound like before we got on, we were going to be like, okay, I'll say the opposite of whatever you say because I have them going pre-merge.
You're a hater. Can I see the sheet? No, I can't see the sheet. It's messing up. It's messing up in my video camera. But we got to see it.
I think
he has a great story, not unlike anyone that's been through a lot, and they appreciate the little things. I think he's going to have a very appreciation for being selected to be on this and to tell a little bit about his story. But I think people are going to gravitate to him.
I could see that, and I want him to do really well. I really do.
Matter of fact,
I just don't know. I don't know how his social skills are going to be. I think that might be what he struggles at. And I'm curious to see how he gets along with everyone else. And I just don't see him making the merge really.
First of all, he was in a gang, and he went to Raleigh dorm.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you something. If he was in a gang on the West Coast and he went to Raleigh dorm, it's such a night and day environment from Raleigh dorm to the West Coast. So to be able to make that leap and to be able to do the things he's done, shout out to Duke. My cousin went to Duke. If he doesn't make the merge, I will do the podcast in my 41 buck over my head.
Oh, okay. Over your entire head?
Wait, I'll be in buff with my glasses. I'll have my entire 41 buff on. If he doesn't make the merge, that's how confident I feel with this guy.
There, we have our 2 bets, and we just came up with these on the spot. So, what was mine again? Oh, if
Buck Teeth.
if Dwight Moore, if Dwight makes the merge, I'll do an entire show with Buck Teeth. And Abraham says if Jesse doesn't make the merge, he will do the entire podcast with a buff over his head.
No, season 41 buff, not just any buff. My
season 41 buff that he still has. Is it still dirty?
It's unclean.
All right, so see, that'd be a punishment for him.
It's never been. My buff has never been washed. It's been delivered back to me as it is.
Oh, that would be fun. I would love to see that. Next up, we have his fellow tribe member, Justine Brennan, 29 years old from Los Angeles, California, on the Bessie Tribe. She's a regional sales manager. I'm getting winter vibes, Abraham. I'm getting winter vibes. She's not afraid to get dirty. She says she's a pretty girl who was, she was in the dirt bikes and everything. She's not afraid to get dirty. I'm getting winter vibes.
So you're saying that she's your winner pick?
No, I did not say that. I think she could win. I've got top 3. So she's my second top 3 person. Right now, my top 3 is Ellie Scott and Justine Brennan.
I don't get winter vibes from her. I do get Lindsey vibes from season 42.
No, I was thinking that too. No, I wasn't thinking season 42. Who was I thinking? I was thinking McKay. No. Well, who was I thinking? Yeah, Michaela, I think. Here, I'm gonna find her now.
I like her versatility going into the game. I like the fact that anybody that can talk to people, I think, has a good chance on Survivor because you're gonna be talking to a lot of different people. I'm gonna say top 9. I'm gonna put it in the top 9.
So you think she's gonna make merge?
So here's the thing about it all depends on who gets mad first. If she gets mad first or somebody else gets mad. Because here's the thing about it she's going to be able to handle any situation. But as we've seen in previous Survivors, when we've seen in South Africa, we also saw in Australia, people are touchy sometimes. And that could be the difference between like who was it? I think it was Dina or somebody. Something could happen that morning that impacts you on the day you got to vote.
Yeah.
And I kind of get that from her. It all depends on the first couple episodes, how she handles situations. Is she one to just kind of keep just dirt biking it through on you? No, she's out there. They're going to be like, we got to vote her off. So it's going to be kind of interesting. I said she made it to the merge, but I'm going to keep her at top 9.
It was Michelle vibes. I'm getting Michelle Fitzgerald vibes from her.
So you got her down as top 3.
Top 3, yes. She joins Ellie Scott. So I got 2 of my top 3 right now. Next up, we have from the Cocoa Tribe, 28 years old, Washington, D.C., Carla Gadoy. She's an educational project manager, grew up poor, and she's got a super big personality. Abraham, I think Carla is going to provide a lot of the entertainment this season. I think she is going to be so entertaining to watch. I think she's a shoo-in for the merge. I just don't see any way that she does not. I think this season, CBS and Survivor are going to get, I'm not saying they have any say in how far she goes into the game, but I think they're going to get so much entertainment value from Carla.
I like her too, so I'm going to put her in the merge. I'm going to put it down as top 5.
Okay, I could see it. I think she's giving me like Tiffany vibes, like full of energy, super entertaining to watch.
Are you talking about the same Tiffany that voted me out?
I am the exact same Tiffany.
Where's the loyalty at, guy? Come on, man. I got her at top 5. I think she's definitely gonna make the merge top 5.
All right. Next up, we have also from the Cocoa Tribe. She is one of the oldest castaways this season. We're going to talk about the oldest right after her here, but
Lindsey. What are we talking about?
I said she's one of the oldest. Lindsey Carmine, 42 years old, from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. She's a pediatric nurse. Can I get my words today? Pediatric nurse. She's going to be the mom of the camp for sure. I mean, you're looking at her. She's on a tribe with Carla, James, Gio, Cassidy, and Ryan, who we haven't spoke about yet. She's gonna be the mom of the camp. And we've seen moms of the camps go pretty far into the game, Abraham. No one wants to vote them out. They love them. They usually don't win, but they go pretty far. Like I could see her like joining up with one of these guys or one of her fellow ladies and going to the final. I could see her getting to the final 3 and just getting no votes. Kind of like, I can't remember if she got any votes, but like a Heather or a Tiffany, someone who's going to make it far just because she's like that mom persona. So I have her making the merge. I do think she'll make the merge.
Randy on the merge. I got her as first vote.
No, you can't. No, Abraham.
Hey, Survivor's cutthroat. First vote. Out of there.
No one is going to vote the mom off first.
Technically, I would have voted my mother off on the first one. So like, here's the thing about it is, the only way she gets by for me, and again, think about it is, if it wasn't 3 tribes, here's the fast pace of Survivor. If they go to tribal council, Coco Tribe goes, she's going to be the first one to go. And that's the thing about it is, this is a whole different type of a Survivor with these 3 tribes because you're so much fast paced. You got to make a decision. Now, if you go back and look at the cast and you say, okay, how can we win the next challenge so we don't go home? I look back at her rest of her cast. She probably gonna be the first vote in that particular scenario.
I think James is gonna be the first vote from that tribe.
we disagree on that. Where's my tribe as spoken pen, man? I gotta find it. It's in here somewhere. We disagree with that. So I got her down. I think you're right. She does give out that mom vibe. I don't know at 42 how many of these 30-year-olds she could be their mom, but okay. But she does give off that vibe, even in her interviews and stuff like that. Pediatric nurse, she's going to have a caring nature. We love that. If she makes it, and here's the thing about it is, it's not the fact that she's not going to probably be a good player in the game of Survivor. It's that you got to vote off 2 people immediately.
Yeah.
So
we assume so, yes.
Well, we assume it's going to be like the last 2 seasons. And if so, you got to start voting off folks. You got to say, okay, And here's the dynamic Survivor. You can either go with all men voting off females, all females, somebody voting off a male. You could go with, we're gonna keep the tribe strong. Didn't work for me. Or you could go off with, okay, we're smarter than everybody else and start voting people off that way. There's so many different dynamics to voting people off, but people are gonna get voted off. So, and it's gonna start on, if it starts like it did the previous 2 seasons, it's gonna start on episode 1.
No.
First vote.
Oh man. Okay.
Now, what's interesting is we pick different people, but on the same tribe for first.
Yeah,
vote.
I think
we saying that Coco tribe, y'all not gonna win.
Coco. No, yeah, good. Yeah, you're right. Spot on there. We both think Coco tribe's going to the first tribal council. Next up, we have from the Baca tribe, Mike Gabler, 50 years old, from Meridian, Idaho. Mike, you have a lot to live up to because we just saw an amazing Mike from who I'm hoping is at the premiere party in New York because I know he's from that area. We had an amazing Mike from season 42. But Mike here is a heart valve specialist. He is going to be. Remember earlier when I'm like, there's just some people who go into the camp, they're a little bossy. He's used to being in the operations room and literally telling everyone, I need this, I need this, I need this. He's going to be looked at as the leader. He's going to go early. I don't think he's going to be the first vote, but I've got Mike going early. He's going to be a pre-merger.
No, you know what? Hold on. Hey, you gotta mark Randy stuff down early because you forget. So I got Randy down pre-merge. I got him down as merge.
Okay.
We're gonna make the merge, and I'm gonna put him in my top 8 because I like the guy. Here's the thing about it is he knows and been around long enough to know when to say, you know what, I need to sit back. You deal, and you used to having people's lives, a heart valve specialist.
Are you getting like a smarter version of, I'm not saying he's dumb, but kind of a smarter version of Keith? Are you getting kind of Keith vibes from someone who the camp just loves?
You know who I like to give it? Hey, I like to give a shout out. He reminds me of Brad.
Okay.
And if we remember, the only reason Brad got voted out was because nobody said the same.
I was going to say, didn't Brad go pre-merge?
He did, but the only reason he went pre-merge was because Nasir was the last one to say the saying, and he couldn't use his idol. But Brad had an idol. I think Brad had an extra vote. Brad had another.
Brad left the game because he put his trust in Sham.
Well, that was the other side. Yeah, Sham did him in on that. But had he had the rest of the stuff that he had with him, yeah. But you're right about that, right?
So Abraham has him making merge final 7, and then I have him going out pre-merge. Next up, also on the Baca tribe, we have Mariah Young, 28 years old, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She's a teacher, and she's like an acting teacher. So I have mad respect for you, Mariah. I hope you're one of the people in New York as well, because I'm all down for acting and stuff, and especially teaching acting to young kids. She's got a very iconic look that everyone is going to remember. She's got rainbow dreads with a rainbow dress. Everybody is going to remember that look. And I have her making the merge. I'm a big fan. I'm excited to watch her play, and I think she'll make the merge.
Well, can you get your pom-poms on for your cheerleading game you just put on right there? That
was yes.
That was okay. I got her making the merge as well, Randy. I didn't do it with such thrill and flair as Randy did. I think that she's going to be a great player. I think she reminds me of that Marianne type player. I think she's going to come in with that great energy, great personality, and just kind of be like the life of the party for the tribe. Now, that being said, I'm going to put her down. I think she's going to make top. I'm going to put her down top. I like her for top 4.
I didn't have any confidence to say. So you said top 4. So you're assuming she loses at Fire.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless she's working on Fire before the season started, you're going to lose at Fire. So, yeah, we ain't always blowing in Fiji.
Next up, from the Bessie Tribe, another great story. We have a lot of fantastic stories this season. We have Noelle Lambert, 25 years old, from Londonderry, New Hampshire. She's a Paralympian, which started, she was playing lacrosse, got in a moped accident, that cost her I think left leg. Yes. And now she's doing track and field. So she is an athlete, and I think she's going to do better at the challenges than a lot of people think. I'm interested to see her in the water. Just personally, I don't know how well, how easy it is with her leg to swim. And I think she's got kind of a brash personality, and I say that in a nice way. I think she's very confident, and I think she just came across a little brash when I was watching her video. But I do think she's going to make the merge. I think she's going to shock a lot of people. But I don't think she makes it far into the merge. I think she could be like the first boot post merge. That's what I just said.
So you're putting it down as a merge.
I think she makes the merge, but I think she could be the first one out post merge.
So she's not the first athlete or the actual contestant for the prosthetic. I think there definitely was one other one that came and played. I think he was a male that played. I can't remember his name offhand.
I think I know who you're talking about, though. I just can't.
First of all, I just like the fact that she wanted to come out and play in something that she dreamt about, like everybody that wants to play the game of Survivor. I think that she's going to definitely make the merge.
Yeah.
And I have her down as my top 3.
Wow. Okay. Noelle, is she the first person in your top 3?
She's the first person top 3. And here's the reason why. The ability to overcome things, it's just as much as it is a physical thing, it's a mindset. And I think she had a mindset to be able to overcome her situation and to thrive in it. Not only did she thrive in it, she's actually a competing athlete in it. And if you look at the game of Survivor and what's required of you, everything is a team sport until you get to the individual competitiveness of it. So I don't think that she's going to be able to, she's going to be outdone by anybody in any particular facet of it. Yeah, there's a lot of people that jump in the water that can't swim, which is kind of interesting to me, considering that you're going to survive, you got to swim. But if you can't swim or you don't have endurance.
I'm definitely curious to see how she does in the water.
I think she's gonna rock it. I think she's gonna have a great time doing it. I think she's gonna enjoy the game. And I think she's gonna be competing for the title
of Soul Survivor. Next up, we have her fellow tribe member from the Bessie Tribe, NECA. I'm not even going to try to say her last name. I just know NECA, 42 years old, from Weatherford, Texas. Another Texas person for you, Abraham. She's a pharmacist. She was raised in Nigeria. So we have another amazing story here. She seems so nice. I put Camp Mom 2.0, but I do think this Camp Mom is not going to make it to the merge. I have her going pre-merge.
Hold on. I'm looking back at her. You got her pre-merge? I'm looking back at her. I'm looking back at the tribe to see if they go to vote early. Ooh, that's going to be dicey. It's going to be dicey. I like it. She's going to make the merge.
Okay. NECA to the merge for Abraham.
And here's the reason I like. I like people that, one, they got stories. And Survivor's been great about picking people that have stories.
Yeah, I mean, the stories this season are amazing. Like, we have a lot of fantastic stories.
And I think that if you put an application in for this show, you come into play. And I just kind of get that vibe off that, yeah, she has that smile, everything else, but I get the feeling that she's coming to play.
I think she's going to be so sweet, Abraham.
I'm gonna put it out for top 5 too. I like her. I like the fact she's coming to play.
I hope so. She's so nice.
I'm looking at the dynamics of her tribe. She would definitely need an alliance with somebody. And I think there's some great people to have an alliance with. So I'm looking forward to seeing her compete. I'm looking forward to seeing that competitive part of her. She reminds me of Cherie.
Okay.
So we're gonna see. And Cherie,
powerful.
She was on Survivor. She had a great social game.
Yeah, not Siri. Suri.
No,
yeah, that's what I call her.
It was the worst vote out because she got voted out, but it was the best play of idols and everything. And she was just the only person that didn't have. You had never seen it. Go on YouTube and look at how Cherie got voted out.
Oh, it was insane. Yeah.
It probably would never happen in the game of Survivor again. That's how good it was.
They didn't even have to vote. She was the only person who was not safe.
And that you probably never see that again in Survivor again. One in a lifetime.
Well, I mean, this is why we love Survivor, Abraham. It's been going on for about to be 43 seasons. And you can count the international seasons that have gone for about 9 or 10 seasons as well. And there's always something, you'll always see something that you're like, what? Like, I've never seen that.
You never see it. Maybe once in a Survivor lifetime, you may see it.
Next up, let me get back to it here. We have, here we go. Let's talk about everybody's winner pick. I've heard nothing but everyone, all the fans and stuff, praise this man. This is your winner. Owen Knight from the Baca tribe, 29 years old, New Orleans, Louisiana, New Orleans, whichever you prefer. I say New Orleans. Some people say New Orleans. He is an admission counselor, born in Korea. I did put in all caps, strong player vibes. But Abraham, I have seen nothing on Owen except people saying this is their winner pick. I mean, I just saw a post on Facebook about someone saying, I like these 3 going into the season. And then I looked in the comments and like everybody in the comments said, Owen. So, I mean, this is a fan favorite entering the season. What do you think about Owen? Is this fool's gold? Is this fool's gold, Abraham?
Come on, son. Quit playing. First of all, Couch Survivor does not mean Survivor.
Well, yes, I agree.
And I played Couch Survivor. I was on the couch talking about every player that played the game of Survivor.
We're doing that right now.
And until I went out there and played Survivor, I was like, man, look. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, your couch playing Survivor, picking somebody that's going to win Survivor is not like playing Survivor. It's a good shot at it, but he's not my winner pick. I can't put him down as a winner pick. He might have a strong game of Survivor. Hell, he may be voted out first. You never know. That's the thing, the beauty about the game of Survivor. We may look at them and say, hey, but until we see them in action, we're just kind of guessing at the game. You know, will he be a good player? I think that he may have a good social game. So I'm going to say he makes the merge.
This is the Rick Devens. While you think about where you want to play some post merge, this is the Rick Devens. This is the Ricard Foy. This is the Josh from Survivor Australia, Blood versus Water, Millgate. Yeah. This is I'm trying to think this is the Phil from Survivor South Africa, Return of the Outcast. This guy is going to do good. I agree with everyone else, but I don't think he's going to be the winner pick. I think he's going to do too good, too well, however you want to say it. And I think I have him going merge, and I have him making the final 5. I don't see there being any way that they allow him to make it to fire. I think he's going to have a strong game, and I think he's going to be that person that people look back on and say, man, he should have won the season, like Ricard. Man, he should have won the season. But what?
They was going to get Ricard. Ricard could never made it. If Ricard had made it to the top 3, yeah, he would have won.
Yeah, he would have won. And I think Owen's going to be that type of player. I think he's going to make it far in the game. He's going to have a great resume for that jury, but they're going to take him out. There's no way they're going to let him make it to the end. So I have him making final 5. Unless
he has some hidden talents that I've yet to see. There's a difference between playing Survivor and talking about who's going to play Survivor. So I'm going to say he's going to make merge, but I'm going to keep all the accolades to a minimum. I'm not going to say he's going to do well because you just never know. You just never, and everybody that wants to speculate, when you get there, and I will tell you on the very first episode, when you see us for the first time, we've already done so much stuff before we get to that very first episode when Jeff says, hey, you're on Survivor. You look at the players. Look at the players then, because there's a gap between the time they get there and the time you see us for the first time. And I'm telling you, you feel it. You feel it mentally. You feel it physically. You be like, I'm here. That adrenaline takes over. You power through that part of it. But then when it got dark, we had fire. We was in the dark. I mean, we saw ants crawling on our.
The dark. I don't think anyone understands how dark it gets out there.
Right. If it wasn't for the fact that the stars were out, pitch black, and you're out there, you're in the jungle, and we had a tactic to kill a bird in our little tent that cleared the tent out. But some people, until you get out there, you just never know. So I'm gonna put him down as merge. We're gonna see how he's gonna do. Randy's picks and my pick have been never the same, but this one we gotta merge. We're gonna see. Now, I hope he's good in the first challenge. If not, I'm gonna put an asterisk next to first vote.
No chance.
Look,
maybe I'm not wrong about it.
I'm putting an asterisk next to his name for first vote.
Abraham, I think you and I haven't said our winner pick, right?
We haven't given a winner pick.
And there's 2 people left. Next up, we have Ryan Medrano, 24 years old from El Paso, Texas. He's on the Coco Tribe, the final member of the Coco Tribe. He's a fitness instructor / warehouse associate. He's got a great story as well. He was born 3 months early, was told he was never going to walk, and eventually, got to the point where he can walk, and he does stuff fine. He says it takes him a little bit to comprehend what people are saying. I put sleeper pick, and then I've turned that after looking at everybody and doing some more thought. Like when I first watched this video, I wrote down in my notes sleeper pick, and then I committed to it. This is my winner pick. I think Ryan is going to win Survivor season 43.
That dude, man, let me tell you something. That dude, Randy, I like the guy. First of all, I'd give a shout out to El Paso. Even though y'all still like 900 miles away from San Antonio, you still got to pack a box lunch to get down there. It's not nearby. I like him. Again, I like a good story. I like the fact that he's going to come in there. The only thing that I think that might be his Achilles heel is being from a fitness background, your body requires a different type of nutritional structure that you will not get on Survivor.
Well, Jeff's not going to, help him out.
You know how I feel about food and rewards and stuff. So I definitely got it down for my merge. I don't really know how far this guy can go. I really don't. I know he's going to make it to the merge. I think he's going to be an asset. I think it's going to come down to whoever he aligns himself with. If he's on a good alliance and he's on a good, strong tribe, but if he makes a good alliance and gets with the right 2 or 3 people, I think he's going to go definitely after the merge. I think it's going to do pretty well. But he's definitely, it's going to be interesting. I like it. Like I said, I like the story, but the fitness people tend to have the most difficult time when it comes to dealing with the lack of food in their bodies on Survivor.
No, I can see that. I mean, I like this guy's personality. I think he's got a really good personality, as well. And he's someone we've seen with some of the fitness people. They can be kind of jock-like and, feel like they own the place and stuff like that. And I just didn't get that vibe from him. And I think the guys get back on the winning track in Survivor US. It's been 2 straight years. So we had Tony for season 40 and 2 straight Canadian female winners in Erica and Marianne. So I think the guys get back on track here. While I love the women this season way more than the guys, I get a better vibe from the women this season. I do think a guy's going to win it. And do you want to write this down, Abraham? Here's my final 3. Ellie Scott, Justine Brennan.
Ellie Scott. You got some new players?
No, Ellie Scott. She was the one, 31 years old from Salt Lake City. Yeah. Ellie Scott, Justine Brennan, and Ryan Medrano, which would be one member from all 3 tribes, which now seeing that, I don't feel as confident about it. But yeah, that's my final 3.
Who's that last one?
Ryan Medrano, which is my winner pick. Got all 3 of them written down?
Got them.
That's my final 3.
We still got one guy. We still got one person left.
Last but not least, we have Sammy Li. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry. 19 years old, the youngest contestant this season. 19. What a baby. From Las Vegas, Nevada. He's on the Baca tribe. He's a student / pet cremator. I'll let you take the lead on this one before I say what I think about him here.
Like you said, Survivor is 1 year older than he is. 1 year older than he is. As many seasons he's been out. First of all, I like the fact that they got another young person out there to compete. JD, hey, great shout out to you. You didn't stand a chance against Shane and Ricard, but hey, shout out to you, guy. You know what? I'm gonna put him down as my first vote out.
Yeah, young people have not done well. JD, do you guys remember Will? He was the first 18-year-old to compete on the show. The young people have not done. I mean, Zach didn't do great in season 42.
He did all right.
Sarah didn't do too well in.
Look,
yeah, young people do not do the best. I mean, Marianne did fine. So, I mean, there are a few, but I agree with you. I don't have them first vote, but I do have them going pre-merge. I'm sorry, Sammy. I would love to meet you in real life to see if I'm way wrong about this. I got jock vibe and I got very naive from him. Like he was just, I kind of got that jock feeling of someone who's like, yeah, I'm cool. Yeah. I just didn't vibe with his video as much. So I do think he's going to be a pre-merger.
Now, again, if he comes out, and the thing about it is, it's just like sometimes that life experience is just as valuable in the game of Survivor as being able to compete on the challenges and in different aspects of the game. It's going to be one of those wait and see how he understands that position that he's going to be in. If he comes in there thinking he's going to run things or he's going to take over and he has that macho attitude of being the first and the youngest to win the game of Survivor, he will be the first they crush.
Yeah. Wait, who's your other first out? Was it on the same tribe?
My other first vote out.
No, they were from Coco. That's right. It was the bomb.
Oh yeah, that's my other first vote out. My actual winner pick is Cody.
Cody. So you think a guy's gonna win this season as well?
Yep. That's my winner pick.
Okay, I could see it. I mean, I could see Cody winning this season.
I think it's going to really depend on a lot. This season here is going to be, I think, alliances. And here's the thing about it is we don't know the new twist they're going to throw in the game of Survivor this season. So
and we look forward to seeing it. Yeah,
that's going to be pretty interesting to see what the new twist is going to be. And I think they assembled another great cast. I will say, I don't think there'll ever be a more diverse cast than season 41. I don't think you'll be able to put it together again. I think we had the most diverse cast. I think we had the most dynamic cast. I'm not saying it because I was on that cast.
He might be.
But it's hard to be able to put together that type of cast again. I think we definitely have some great stories coming up in this season 43 kickoff. I can't wait another 2 weeks. We will be in New York at a live premiere show with some of the alumni. Wendell's season winner from his season. Bryce from his season are putting together the event. I'm looking forward to it. First time in New York in a long time since I was there as a kid. So this is going to be pretty interesting.
Get your tickets. Yeah, get your tickets today. Sorry, Abraham. I'll let you finish there.
Randy Bruce will be there.
Randy Bruce will be wearing something. Anytime I go to an event like this, I dress all out. Last red carpet premiere I went to, I wore a red suit. Very nice. I like to stand out, so I will not be in a full suit, but trust me, you'll be able to notice me. I'll be wearing something very standoutish, so you'll be able to see me. But definitely grab your tickets today. Check them out on Instagram. You can get tickets in their bio at Bryce and Wynn Present. So yeah, definitely. I am so excited. Might not be the only event I go to this year. I might try to make it out to some of the other ones as well. Kind of want to go to the one in Texas. If I can get a plane ticket down there, go meet Abraham and the one in, I think they're having one in Houston.
They have one in Houston in October. Davey is having one in Atlanta, but I think he's doing a premiere in Atlanta for season 43 the same night. They were going to be in New York.
Oh yeah, they are. And Johnny Fairplay is having one in Ohio. So definitely, I mean, they're out there. Go check out. If you want to go to a Survivor party. Abraham, I haven't been the one, but you've been to them. I'm sure they are worth it.
Yeah, some of the proceeds from the Survivor tickets go to the charity event that we'll be supporting this December, Hearts for Reality. They are great get-togethers, chance to meet some of the Survivor players, chance to talk to some of your Survivor players that played the game, chance to inquire about how to get on the game of Survivor. There's certain things we can tell you about that as well. It's always a good get-together. It's a good plan just to hang out and have a good time and watch the show. Chicago, I've been up in Chicago with the cast watching the show of Survivor. And here's the cool thing about it is we did Chicago and Heather, Brad, Xander, Sarah, Voch. We went to a bar. We were watching the show, and it was really one of those shows that was a lot about Heather that night. And they were looking at the show, looking at Heather, because Heather was standing right next to people. So it's pretty cool to be a part of that. Looking forward to it, man. I think it's going to be a great show. I think it's going to be a great premiere. Excited to be back on Survivor in another couple of weeks. But we're going to see if Randy can pick them. This is the last 3 seasons.
Or if my luck has turned around. And it's so fun to be back. I mean, we're going to have another week off here, but I know Abraham and I are going to be communicating about New York and finding some fun stuff to do on our before we head back home after the event and everything. But it is so exciting, Abraham, to be back covering Survivor with you. This is kind of our pre-show before we get started. You know, we do this every year, the cast assessment. I know we both have fun with it. This is kind of like you've joined me this year, and I can't thank you enough for being here and being my co-anchor. You bring so much Survivor wisdom to the show, and I couldn't do this without you, man. And I've told you so many times how much I appreciate everything you do for the show and everything you do for me as well. And the thing is, this is kind of a wrap up. This is kind of the end of the Survivor calendar, right? We started the year with Survivor Australia and then moved to 42. And then after 42, Survivor South Africa was starting up. There was a month in between that. Well, I thought Australia was before 42 because that was in January is when Australia started. Yeah.
It was. Okay, yeah. So we had Australia, but this will be the first one we kick off in the U.S. together.
Yeah, it was Australia, then 42, and then Survivor South Africa after like a month break, a summer break, and then we'll have Survivor 43, and then there's a winter break, and then we start over the new Survivor calendar. So, I mean, just being here, man, thank you again.
Look, y'all know, but Randy is the reason why this thing goes. He reached out to Survivor South Africa, Return of the Castaways, and said, hey, can we be a part of the exit interviews? An opportunity to talk to the players in South Africa. Randy put it all together where we are actually a part of that whole mechanism now. And we get to talk to the players. I mean, it's one thing to talk to the players in the U.S. because we're in the U.S., but it's different to talk to players that are playing this game of Survivor around the globe. And Randy has done a lot of the behind the scenes work to get us into that network, get us in with the Australia side of the house. You know, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. I played the game that I love, and now I get a chance to talk about the game as well.
We're just two super fans, different paths. He got to play the game. I'm still trying to get on. One day I'll get on and I'll flop super hard, but
no, we're gonna do the cast assessment without you. Be like that, Randy. No, first vote. He vote his personality.
Yeah, if Abraham sees me on a season, if Abraham ever sees me on a season, he's going to put first out. First vote.
First vote. I don't see him making past. I don't see him making pre-merge. And if it's 26 days, they're gonna get him first. He's gonna say something. I met this guy. First vote. It's gonna be funny. You're like, hey man, you put me on first. Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yep. But man, I am so excited. So next time you guys see us, we will be in New York. Definitely go check out our new Instagram page at the Survivor Now podcast. That is where you're going to be finding all of our posts now that we've had to move. Also, go follow us on Twitter at Survivor Now Pod. And then go follow our own Instagrams as well. I think I'm going to start posting more Survivor stuff on my own individual Instagram as well. So mine is at I'm Randy Bruce. And Abraham, you want to share yours, man?
I will be doing my every episode recap starting in 2 weeks at Abraham_99. That's what you can find me at. If you want to see a hilarious recap of that evening's events on Survivor, I'm always going to be doing that little recap. What's kind of funny is it's always nice when I see a glimpse of something that was in my season, as the players tend to do throughout the show. So it's pretty cool. I'm interested to see how they're going to start the season. If it's going to be on that boat again, or it's going to be on the island. It's going to be pretty interesting to see that happen. But stay tuned. We've got a lot of fun stuff that's coming up this season. Hey, looking forward to everybody just enjoying Survivor.
And then also make sure if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. Help us out. Subscribe to the channel. We're always bringing you Survivor content. You can also go to my website, randybruce.net, where you can watch and listen to all the episodes as well. They're right there for you in a tab. And stay tuned for this upcoming season. we might be having some guests for you, not only guests from US Survivor, but we might be having some guests from Survivor South Africa and Survivor Australia who come on and give their opinions on the US version and what's happening. So, I mean, we've made some friends, Abraham. I know I don't want to say she has not said she's going to come on, but Tanya is, top of the list. Tanya and Dino, two of the people from the last season of Survivor South Africa, who have said they would love to come on and chat Survivor US with us.
And you can only find them on this podcast.
Yeah, yes, Survivor Now. Tanya's trying to take Abraham's job, by the way, if you watch that interview. So
It's how you're going to do a reality show together, so that's going to be it.
Oh, would love it. But thanks again, guys, and we will see you in 2 weeks, not only on the Survivor Now podcast, but live from New York City. I can't wait. Abraham, thanks for joining me again today. Have a great rest of your Labor Day weekend, guys.
That's it, man. I'm about to do some exercise.